Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM21, Worst to First. It's episode number 10. Big game for us. That looked like an offside. It is. He blasted in for a goal, but he was offside by a mile. No surprise on the call. Poor kick from Dr. Strange, but we're going to get another chance here. Groot nearly gets that one in, but Folks picks it up seemingly right on the line. At least the front edge of the line, anyway. It was definitely still 6 inches away from being a goal, but it's very, very close as Gamora pulls that one wide. Huge match for us today. We're right about the middle of the season now. We're just starting the second half. But as noted, we're not leading the league. We're third, so we've improved. We've come along, and the development really is rapid now since the end of October. So good things can come. But if we're going to have a chance, that was offside. How is that not offside? That guy was 4 yards away. He was almost behind the goalkeeper before that ball was ever played. Look how far off he is. Ooh, okay, he's on. But I misread that one. The defenders were at about that 4-yard mark, and he was about the 5-yard mark. So, yeah, he's onside. But they're counting that as the onside play? No. Anyway, 7-2 on the shots, but we trail 1-0 here against Stowmarket. Now, this is really important because Stowmarket is the league leader. And we found ourselves finally in contention, but we need this match desperately to at least not be a loss. And here's why. So we're down by 5 points. It's only halfway point of the season, so there is time, even if we lose today. But today would be a huge statement and really set us up to potentially win the league. Wolverine. Gray sets up Wolverine, I believe, with the assist, and Wolverine puts that in. That was a lot of power on that one. That was a great shot. 18th goal of the year for Wolverine. This time onside, yeah, Jean Grey with the assist. Wolverine off the post into the back of the net. 1-1, approaching halftime. Now, Stowmarket lead by 5 points. We're third place. So if we win, all of a sudden, we're just 2 points behind. Ooh, that was so close too. Keeper palmed that and pushed it away, and then it hit the post and went out of bounds, but it went out for a goal kick. I thought the keeper got a piece of it anyway. Apparently not. Halftime. Wow. We have a game. Stowmarket, it all came on that one play. All of it. And they got their goal. Other than that, it's been all us. So hopefully the second half can continue in a similar fashion, and we could and maybe should come away with 3 points today. Now, if we draw, we're still at 5 points and we're definitely in range. Today's most important factor is to not lose, because if we lose, that 5-point lead stretches to 8 points. 8 points is a lot harder to overcome. Now, we still have 20 plus games on the season, so you absolutely can overcome that. And we are getting better and better and better as the season goes on in terms of quality, especially with that rapid development that we're getting right now. So we absolutely can still overtake them even if we're 8 points down. But it's a much, much harder task being 8 points down than being 2 points down. Absolutely. 6-point difference. Very, very big difference. And a 5-point gap is definitely still more manageable than the 8-point gap is. So hopefully we can come away with something here. It's 1-1 now. Second half, here's Wolverine. He's got a little space. He gets it into the box. Finds Groot with the overlap, who does away with that one. We'll get yanked down there, but apparently did not get the call. End of highlight, 64 minutes. And here we go again. Here's Groot. Nice sliding tackle. Loses that one. Captain America wins that one. Come on, Groot. What are you going to do? Otherwise, you're about to get subbed. I have gone with our top 11 for this match. Wolverine, nice recovery. Nebula, over to Gray. Jean Grey. Ooh. Not sure where she was going with that anyway. That looked like it was headed for the corner flag. Get the corner kick, though. Wolverine, very tired at the moment. Looks like we might need a sub. Kind of just flying through the time here. We don't have anybody in danger. We only have a single yellow card overall as a team. Match as a whole, not too bad. Groot is coming on tired. Really hasn't played that well, even though their rating is similar. ahead and bring on Ant-Man. And that's nearly it. Very quiet second half. Have we even had an offensive highlight in this half? I mean, we've had a brief counterattack after they started with a highlight. And that's it. Point apiece. Main thing was not losing today, and we did not lose. So I'll take it, even though, boy, look at those match stats. We should come away with 3 points today. Really should have. Stillmarket was heavy favorites. Heavy favorites. They were like 1 to 10 odds. So they'll be highly disappointed with not winning. But at the same time, I'm a little disappointed with not winning as well. Let's go with the positive, though. We are certainly in a better position than we were just a couple months ago. So it's late January. And we've got some time. Gorleston now equal on points with Stillmarket, so we're 5 points behind the both of them. 3 points ahead of Eli. And I think there's that good chance that we're going to start pulling away from the teams behind us. Those two at the top are going to be a difficult ask to catch up to, though, as we start this second phase of the season. Again, odd number of teams. We're going to see that game in hand kind of stretch through. And we had it early by that first half of the season. If we follow a similar pattern, we should see that early this part of the season. And I like that because I like having that game in hand for later. I'd rather not be on the other end of that where somebody else gets that advantage of a game later. So I wouldn't mind having that bye coming up soon. Okay, he's fine. So here is the schedule coming up. After struggling for a while, back on track. That was 5 straight wins going into that one. And it's now been a while since we lost after that really, really difficult stretch pretty much through November. January nearly behind us with almost nothing but wins. A couple road matches coming up. 21st, 9th in the league. Moseley at 8th. God Manchester? What? Oh, is that an actual town? Is there an actual town called God Manchester? What? Oh my goodness. I had not seen that. I did not notice that. Is that just a neighborhood, maybe? I mean, we are kind of London area, but wow. Oh, sorry, I would not live there. I would not. I couldn't do it. All right. Well, anyway. I'm going to have a mental breakdown all of a sudden here. It is Friday. It has been a long week. Been managing 2 tours for the business, for the daycare. And taxes for the end of the year and the quarter. And some deadlines coming up on all of that. It's been a busy week. And my family was in town for surgery. My dad. And his second in a short period of time. So anyway, I'm lacking a little sleep. Maybe that's why I find it so funny. We're now 3-0 over the stretch from where we just left off late February. And actually, like the earlier part of the season, we did have the bye earlier on compared to other teams. We've already had it. So now Gorleston and Stillmarket have both played one more. So we've got a game in hand. Winning all 3 of those has also closed that gap a little bit. Now, Eli, whatever it is, they are close. They're just 4 points behind. But again, we have that game in hand. Stillmarket has suffered at least one defeat in there, at least a draw in there, because we are closer now. They've played 4 matches, and now we're only 3 points behind. We were 5 points behind. They played 4 matches. We played 3, and the gap's closer. Also, even Gorleston, we're only 4 points behind now, where we were 5 points behind. And then they've played that extra match. So, good things going on. We are closing the gap. We're still 3rd, but things are getting better and better and better as we get later in the season. Now, let's check in on the players, how they're doing. You can see our recent progress over the past 12 months. You can see how it is spiking right now of late. And a lot of that goes back to October till now. And really just from last summer till now, we're seeing rapid progress. Spider-Man's very unhappy. He wants to go out on loan. He wants to get time. He's had 4 starts. He's had 6 appearances off the bench, but I understand the ambition that he wants to play. But he's having a hard time getting in when A, Wolverine's playing well, and B, well, he's not playing well. He's getting time. He's come on. He's had 10 matches in 26. That's not a huge number, but that's also not a terrible number at all. 3 goals, 1 assist. Now, of course, he hasn't had tons and tons of minutes in the 6 appearances off the bench, but guaranteed he's got the equivalent of 5 or 6 total games in terms of minutes at this point, or you could assume that anyway. So if he's played 6 matches worth of games and got 3 goals, he's getting 1 every 120 minutes. Meanwhile, Wolverine has played 25 matches and has been subbed off no less than 6 times. And he has 21 goals. I mean, he's nearly getting a 1-to-1 goal every 90 minutes. Double the rate that Spider-Man's getting. So there is a reason why he's on the bench. There is a reason why he's not developing as well. And there's a reason why he's therefore unhappy now. But what am I supposed to do about it? He's still just working on getting to 7s. Wolverine was not also one of the greatest developers, but he's already got all the 7s except for tackling. First couple of 8s in the technical abilities, but it's those other abilities. The acceleration's at 10, composure's 11, concentration's 10. He is absolutely outdeveloped Spider-Man. But speaking of, our top player on paper right now is Jean Grey. Boy, oh boy, is she coming along. I mean, agility is 12, pace is 11, acceleration, balance are both 10s, strength is 10, stamina is 10. So the physical attributes, she's developing well, very well. Mental attributes also doing quite well. Quite a few 10 or more. Anticipation, composure, decisions nearly there, off the ball, positioning, vision, all 10 plus. And then the technical side, it's not 7s. In fact, there's not even that many 7s left. She's got lots of 8s. She's got crossing is at a 9. And she's been training every week at about a 9.8 to a 10. And then playing well. So, good form, 11 goals, 5 assists. Outside of Wolverine, she has the most goals on the team. Average rating above a 7. Not too many players are at that mark where they're over a 7 or over a 707. Really just Wolverine. And then Thor. Thor's getting really good ratings. But that's adding goals to a defender. So our next match is on the road at God Manchester. I had to pick that one out just with both the timing and after the previous mention. So while it was quick simming up to this point, I went ahead and hopped on my other monitor and did some quick research. And yeah, it's a real town. It's a real town. A little north of Cambridge, which is a bit north of London. And no surprise that on the 2-second blurb that or 2-sentence blurb that I read about the town, that a parish is the key feature of the town. So, I suppose that makes sense. Strange. Jean Grey goes very close, but it gets blocked. Keeper was not going to stop that one. But great defensive stop from that player. God Manchester is lower mid-table in this league. We shouldn't have too much trouble taking care of them, but it is a road match. And even though we are growing and developing and getting better and better as the weeks go by, we're certainly not at a guaranteed stage. I mean, we aren't leading the league. We're in third. We're not dominating. Oh, no. Oh, ref, come on. That was a terrible call. Terrible call. We're up 1-0, but what was going on there? it didn't even look like it was in the box. It looked like it happened outside of the box, and then just followed through, stumbling on their feet to inside the box. So if anything, that call should be outside the box. I know I've said this before, but I miss the days where refs would actually call that, as in something happens near the edge of the box, in or out, and the ref points to the spot outside of the box, and that they don't just letter of the law and, it's a penalty. We weren't threatening there. We could have been threatening. The ball following it could have been. But we didn't have anybody in the box wide open that they were about to flash the ball across to and they were going to tap it in for a goal. There was nothing automatic about that situation. And then we get the automatic 1-0. We've only had 5 shots. We have not been that dominating. 69%, yes. XG, okay, pretty high. But a good chunk of that XG came from standing on the penalty spot. I'm not a fan of that aspect of the game. I really, really think they need to take a look at it, reassess, change. I think there should be another tier. If it's it could be down to the referee's decision, and I think it could be VAR supported. But what I would like to see is 2 levels of call. 2 levels of what happens with a call in the box. Okay, a pure regular penalty as group offside. It didn't look offside. Was that offside? That's not offside. Oh, and Groot's definitely not offside. Groot's not the one who they're marking offside. The one they're marking offside is not offside. It was whoever's overlapping him to the right. Jean Grey, presumably, as it was a redhead, and she's our only redhead on the field. Or at least it appeared to be a redhead. Might not have necessarily been, but anyway, she wasn't offside, and the ball wasn't played to her. It was played to Groot, and the defense certainly wasn't impacted in any way. So there you go. Bad call against us, and bad call for us. So I guess we're even. It's not really how that works, but okay. 74th minute. They've had 1 shot now, and that was the one we saw moments ago. They're first to the game. Took them nearly 80 minutes to get that to happen. Nebula lays it off for Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange finds Jean Grey ahead, but Jean Grey's positioning was not good there. And that's what led to that. Nebula now. Oh, not the pass I would have made either. Nice ball over the top, and Groot gets a chance, but goes near post. Keeper falls on it gratefully, and Spider-Man not having much of a day. But we gave them the start because they're angry about not getting the playing time. If we give them a little playing time, they'll stop whining. I do want the whole team to develop, but obviously we're not leading the league, and I'd like to see promotion, so kind of that mixed bag. Groot's having a rough day. Let's go ahead and sub him out. That one was not that far off. Ant-Man coming on. Ant-Man got the start last time over Groot. I saw that in the notes coming in. I am trying to keep the option selected of not always going with my top lineup. As Ant-Man gets his 2nd goal of the season, that one seals this one. It's only a minute and a half to go. We're in stoppage time already, but that will put this one away. And let's see. So let's bring on Deadpool. We're already past the time now, so this should be done any moment. No whistle yet? Oh, there's the whistle. All right. Job done. 3 more points. Let's see what happens with the other teams in the league. Maybe, just maybe, we move up that table finally. We've been in 3rd for quite a while now. A couple months at least. Still 3rd, no change. 3 points behind, 4 points behind. Both played. All 3 teams win. But somebody else behind us lost. Eli, whichever it is. 7 points back. 14 goals back. We are starting to also pull ahead. We were definitely only about 4th in goal differential before. Now we are tied with Grolston on top. So we are moving our way up in that department as well. So another sign of the improvement the team has had. distancing the team behind us, closing the gap in front, game in hand around the other top 4. Good things are happening. Of course, staying healthy will help, but our backups aren't that bad. We're going to wrap this up soon, but we're going to make one more push forward. Gorleston, that's a match I'd like to be involved in. We'll open our next episode with that. So let's go ahead and sim through those last 3 matches between now and then. That'll put us into late March. That means we'll also be coming up on our next youth intake. We increased things, right? Gosh, we probably are due for another request, right? The increase in youth levels coming, but it's not happening yet. So maybe it is time to ask for something. I don't know if it's too soon yet on the facilities, as they just finished that upgrade, but I am tempted to try to ask again. I feel like we might need to wait until early next season, but what's going to happen if they say no? I could turn around and ask again this summer, and it's not going to make a difference. If they say yes, we're that much sooner. So let's go ahead and ask. Looks like they said yes. They did. Wow, okay, they said yes. 1 million is what they're going to be spending on this one. Doesn't seem to be as much as what it was before. So are we making less of a jump? Reason is not gone unnoticed that we're currently on our best run of form during what can easily be considered a good season. We'd be delighted to grant your request. I love it. That's a big deal. Getting that going already in just our second season, just a handful of months after they finished the previous upgrade, which of course we went from level 1 to level 6. I don't know if we're going to go to level 5 from this. We seem to be spending less than we were last time, so maybe we're only going to, like, say, level 8 or 9. Wouldn't be surprised by that, but either way, it's a step in the right direction. It is improvement. After winning all 3 of the matches during that period leading up to the Gorleston match, we actually move ahead of Gorleston, who were leading the league, now slipping to 3rd. They're 1 point behind us. We're 10 ahead of Eli now, who they didn't lose any matches. They just don't have their game in hand anymore. They're on the same level we are. Gorleston and Stowmarket are still 1 game ahead of us, and Stowmarket won through their 3 games, so we're still 3 points behind them. But our goal differential is very favorable. It went from a 35 to a 45 over those 3 matches. We were plus 10 in those 3 played. So the gap is significant over Stowmarket. The game in hand part, if we win that extra game, we're level on points and goal differential favoring us. So we're actually now showing league position-wise, by round, we're first. On paper, still second. And Gorleston, we've got the game in hand. We're about to play them next. We can suddenly distance them, but we're going to be on the road for that. We didn't win with Stowmarket, so it's possible that Gorleston could give us a little bit of trouble as well. It's nothing automatic. We've had 9 draws this season, just the 2 losses. Gorleston's only had 2 losses, so we're both very similar. Goal differential is similar. They're almost right where we were. In fact, we were just a few matches ago level on that. So it's a big match ahead of us with that Gorleston match, and could be pretty decisive. I mean, we're getting down to the later part of the season. We've got 2 months left to play. After this, well, we're down to 10 matches right now. So only 30 points left out there. Eli is penultimate game, so they could put up a challenge. I don't see any other names that are necessarily at the top. So we've got a lot of the top 10s already out of the way for the second half of the season, meaning I really like our chances. Really like our chances at this point. Definitely pointed that out a while ago, that there was a good chance that we were going to come along and see something with that and possibly see a league win. Jean Grey injured for a week and a half, so that could be something. Ant-Man also picking up a 1 month injury. Spider-Man, Iron Man, now both upset with not getting enough playing time. Spider-Man during those 3 matches, no games, so that didn't help. Iron Man also pretty limited. So might have to give both of them a start in the near future, but I don't necessarily want to do that against Gorliston because we want to come out of that one with a win. So we need our front foot forward. Without Jean Grey, we're already going to be struggling a little bit compared to where we could be. And Ant-Man is the backup for her. So Spider-Man comes in, I guess. So he might be finding his way into a match anyway. But that is going to be a little bit of a concern heading into that next one, that we are going to have somebody essentially playing out of position. Everybody's got their positions sorted out now, but we still don't have proper depth throughout the team. We need to train those backups again in some additional positions, I think, just so we have some more options. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.